Hello everyone and welcome back to AC Gaming. My name is Andre and this is Baldur's Gate 2 Enhanced Edition Complete Walkthrough. And in this video I want to show you, it's another explainer video, I want to show you arcane spells of level 1. This is another explainer video, will be plenty of those. I want to show you the arcane spells of level 1. So, but because we have two mages, Aeri Cleric Mage and Imoen Mage dual class with Thief, but predominantly she's Mage, obviously.
Yep.
Thief, she's only till level 7. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is useful, so 50-50, and absolutely useless spells. We'll start from absolutely useless spells of arcane magic. And first such a spell, the most useless spell in this game, both old Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, will be Infravision. Infravision got no purpose at all in this game. And look, let's read and pause, yeah? Ability to see as an elf, dwarf, or who else? Who else can see in the dark? Probably that's it, but doesn't matter. Half elves can. Half orcs probably as well. I'm not sure, I can't remember. But whatever. That's all it does, look.
Yes.
Where are arcane spells? Yep, that one. And we cast it on Abdul Adrian as he is a human.
On my honor.
So, what do we see?
Yes,
And Abdul
it shall
Adrian
be.
can see in the dark. And what it does, let me tell you, in this game, absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. You got no bonuses for everything. The only bonuses it does, it's Siege of Dragonspear few moments, and I show you which ones. If you watched my walkthrough of Siege of Dragonspear, it's the game that lies between Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, like an interlude, and it came only with Enhanced Edition. In original games, that the story that's been left untold. Only in few moments there, Infravision works. In other cases, it doesn't work in this game at all. So now, look, Infravision. And so what? And so nothing. Let's forget it and never waste
I'll help however I can.
your spell slots with this pointless crap. If you want, use scrolls or potions that you find. I wouldn't even bother buying them or even stealing, if you ask me. Okay, let's forget it right away. Another useless spell will be Find Familiar. Why? I will explain you. Let's read first what this spell does. This spell enables the caster to attempt to summon a familiar to act as his aside and companion. Familiars are typically small creatures. A creature acting as familiar can benefit a wizard, conveying its sensory powers to its master, conversing with him, and serving as a guard, scout, spy as well. Which is true. A wizard can have only one familiar at the time, and he has no control over what sort of creature answers the summoning, if any come at all. Note, this spell may only be cast by the protagonist, which is Abdul Adrian, who is a fighter who has no access to any arcane or divine spells, which means that if Aeri or Imoen will cast it, let's see. The creature is always more intelligent than others of its type, typically by 2 or 3 intelligence points, and its bond with the withered confers upon it an exceptionally long life. The wizard has an empathic link with the familiar and can issue it mental commands. The caster receives half the familiar's total hit points, rounded down as bonus hit points, which is cool. But wait. However, the caster must take care to treat his familiar well, for If the familiar should die, the caster loses bonus hit points and the familiar's hit points again as damage. Also, when a familiar dies, the caster loses 1 point of constitution permanently. Seriously, guys, is it worth it? And familiar can die very easily and quickly. Just saying. Example, a mage has 12 hit points and you can read and pause the rest, yeah? One point of constitution permanently. Fantastic. Here is a list of familiars that player receive according to enlightenment. Lawful good, neutral good. Pseudo dragon, characteristics, magic resist, which is cool. Honestly, the penalty is too dear for losing familiar. You have to be aware of not sending familiar to the combat all the time. Honestly, I would not do such a thing. It's up to you if you want to do it special ability. That's good ones, yeah? Lawful, neutral, ferret. And characteristics. Pickpockets. So that means if you're a thief mage only. Because thieves can't use scrolls at all. Yeah, lawful evil. Imp. Characteristics. 100% resistance to fire, cold, and electricity. Awesome. Absolutely neutral. Rabbit. Neutral evil. Dust method. Characteristics, if you like. But honestly, guys, I don't know. It's up to you. I wouldn't do that. Chaotic good. Fairy dragon. And chaotic neutral cat. Oh, I love cats. We got one. And chaotic evil. Quasit. Honestly, guys, up to you. I never do that. I tried few times and no thank you. Losing constitution just like that. Honestly, so let's try to cast it for Aeri. She's not the protagonist. Only the protagonist may cast Find Familiar, so useless, because Abdeladrian is fighter. Only if you're a mage or dual class or mage multi-class. But even then, I would not do such a thing. Last time I will tell you. If you want, it's up to you. If you're ready to lose constitution just like that. I wouldn't, so I would classify personally this spell as useless. Let's move forward. The spell Reflected Image. Protection from evil, we had it as divines. I wouldn't show you that. Yeah, so it's like second level mirror image, which is cool, but that one is a weaker version of it. Oh. So it's just you and one image instead of 5. The rest is all the same. So there is 50%, yeah? Which is, let's see.
This is a lot faster than
Take
Take a
here,
fast pause.
Aeri, so everyone can see you. And cast the spell. Yeah, so you see. That's the project, and that's real Aeri. That's all it does. That's all. I normally don't use that spell. Okay, then I believe we need to summon
I am here to serve.
another animal.
Not you. Not you.
Oh, two this time. Wolf and a dog. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, let's have a dog now. What we got left? We got left Chill Touch and Color Spray. Let's protect Aeri with some protections. Shield. I will explain about this spell to you later, because it's a 3rd level when the time comes. And let's have a stone skin, just for any case. Yep, showed you this spell before. It's a critical for a mage. Okay, so the next spell I want to show, we got 2 left that Aeri has. Then it will be Imoen's turn. We have Chill Touch and Color Spray. So what does Color Spray? I don't like this spell personally, but let's read about it. So that's not a useless spell, but it's a so-so spell, and it works only against weak opponents. Against strong opponents, pointless. Upon casting this spell, the wizard causes a vivid, fan-shaped spray of clashing colors to spring forth from his hand. 1d6 creatures within the area are affected in order of increasing distance from the wizard. All creatures in the area of effect that have 4 hit dice or less must make a successful saving throw or be rendered unconscious for 5 rounds. Let's test it against a wolf and a dog.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Color spray. Let's do it. Okay, the dog is unconscious. Did nothing to wolf, but the dog didn't like it apparently. So 5 rounds, the dog will be unconscious. In the meantime, while the dog is unconscious, let's use another,
I'll help however I can.
I would say pretty useless spell, is Chill Touch. Seriously, guys, let's read. It's necromantic spell, and that's only a melee spell. So basically, your hands become chilled as ice, and you can attack them, getting as close as possible to the enemy, like you have a fist fight. As a mage, seriously. Read and pause. Non-living creatures such as golems and undead are unaffected by the spell, which is logical. The creature is punched for 1d2 fist damage, strength bonuses apply. Yeah, strength is definitely the most important for a mage or a sorcerer. Definitely. Yeah, so you wouldn't have a big strength, unless you will put, like, Hands of Takok that raises your strength for a mage to 1800, which is the highest, from 18. Suffer 1d8 points of damage and receives a -2 Theko penalty for 5 rounds. Let's see how it works. Against the wolf, I believe.
What can I do?
Yep, look. I already got Chill Touch hands,
In
and let's
Baraban's name,
fight with
it
a wolf.
shall be done.
I'm serving my sight.
And the wolf doesn't like it, you see? See, you can't attack. Critical miss. Honestly, guys. Oh, hit it. Okay, 3 cold damage, 2 non-lethal damage. Which is, imagine tiny girl with tiny hands try to fist fight a wolf and punch to the wolf to the face. Of course, wolf, even friendly one, wouldn't like it and try to find out what the, you know, is going on. even if the creature is summoned and friendly. But imagine it would be a hostile direwolf, and Aeri wouldn't be protected by Stone Skin, by the shield I just casted, a 3rd level spell, but we'll get to it later when the time comes. It's only one 1st level arcane spells in this video, right? Dog is still unconscious, doesn't know what's going on, and Aeri tried to defeat the wolf.
I'm certain I'm out of sight.
The reason why Aeri doesn't receive any damage is because I protected her well. With a stone skin that absorbs any damage, even successful, and a shield that raises her armor class up to, in her case now, to -5, below 0, so it's pretty good for a mage. And for how long we're gonna wait that? Ah! No chill damage was dealt to the wolf.
See me now.
Seriously, like. Okay, enough of that.
This is all right.
You calm down. Enough of fight. And that's it. Aeri's spells are over. And that was pretty useless spells. Another spells I want to show you is... Some of them are useless, some of them are okay. It's another 5 spells. And it's Imoen's turn now. But before we do that, let's protect Imoen.
You need
Aeri,
something?
you
I'll
are
do
free
my best.
for now.
Oh.
Yes, we heard that.
Ready and will. Gotcha.
Okay, now it's Imoen. Imoen will have some protections as well. For example, that. See, that's a... We will get to this spell. So Aeri got 1 false image, and how many Imoen has apart from real Imoen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 around surrounding Imoen. So that's a bit better for staying safe even in close combat, right? Right. But to 2nd level arcane spells we'll get later. For now, what Imoen got in her... Let's see Shocking Gasp. It's also a melee attack. Alternation. Let's read about it. When the wizard touches the creature, while this spell is in effect, an electrical charge will deal 1d8 points of damage plus 1 per level of the caster. So that's not too bad if you ask me, unless you're high level mage and protected well. But I wouldn't use, if you ask me, the spell slots of a mage for that. I would rather use scrolls that I found in my adventures, or your guys, or ours in this case, yeah, and whatever scrolls that needs using, I would use it a single use, yeah. So, but in this case, I want to show you Shocking Gas. So 1 per level of the caster of the creature touched. In addition, the grasp itself does 1d2 fist damage, strength bonuses apply, of course. Mage has to be strong. More important than intelligence or charisma for sorcerers. That was sarcasm, of course. Yeah, so wouldn't have enough strength unless you will drink a potion that is suitable for everyone. That sets your strength to a normal 18 temporary. Yep, I showed you which potion it is. Let me show you now. Okay.
What is my task?
Ah, it's that one. So anyone can you read and pause if you want. 4 hours, strength to 18, yeah? And anyone can use that. No one's picture is dark. But okay, this video is not about potions. I just showed you. So what you can use in this case. And
Something up?
oh, sorry. Let's get back to Shocking Grasp spell. So strength, we stopped here. Strength will apply. The wizard only has 1 charge, and an opponent has been touched. The spell's energies have been used. If the wizard misses, the spell is wasted. 1 round per to touch the target creature. Let's see. Let's see that on the same wolf.
Time to move?
Time to move. Yeah, time to cast the spell actually. Shocking Grasp, yeah.
I'm certain I'm out of sight. None will see me.
Yeah, so we see it 1 charge here. Shocking Grasp, and let's cast this quickly. Yeah, Stone Skin. level 5, and let's attack with Wolf with a shocking
You
grasp.
asked for it.
Pretend that she's in... Oh, yeah, she was successful, and look. Non-lethal damage 1, but 25 electricity damage. Guys, now it was successful. It doesn't mean all the time it will be. So Wolf is dead, and the dog
Yep, good to go.
is woken up from the sleep from color sprays spell. So this time it was successful, so it's up to you guys. If you like it, if you want to use it, use it. It's not completely useless spell, better than Chill Touch, but up to you. I don't normally waste my spell slots with that. Another spell I want to show you will be Burning Hands. Alternation spell. When the wizard casts this spell, a jet of... Similar principle to color spray that unconscious your enemies, but in this case it will be just fire damage. Five-foot length. 120 degrees, yeah? Horizontal arc. 1d3 points of damage plus 2 points of each level of the caster, which is also not bad. But I wouldn't use it. Anything for a mage what is melee, I don't normally prefer. Unless we got scrolls that needs using for that purpose. Maximum of 1d3 plus 20 points of fire damage. Those successfully saving versus spell receive half damage. And also fire elementals and salamanders and fire-based creatures, giants, fire giants will have immune to that. So I forgot to mention that. And those who wrote it, game developers, forgot to mention that either. But still,
name it.
Let's see. Burning Hands it is. Against the dog. Oh, and the dog received 23 fire damage from Imoen and died. And
Right
we can see cooked, ready to eat. Not for humans. Obviously, a dog, or the meat is too burned. And a wolf. But probably some Umberhalsk would feast on that. Anyway, that was successful again. So once again, guys, it's up to you if you prefer to use that. I normally don't. And we got 3 more spells. No, that's not everything, of course. I will rest and show you other spells of level 1 in this video. Okay. Protection from Purification, I showed you what it is. It's against the gaze attacks. Who uses gaze attacks in old Baldur's Gate games? So it's definitely basilisks. And it's the most critical spell, protection spell to have against the basilisks. Read and pause if you like. Yep. Basilisks and Medusa Gaze. Cursed scrolls of Purification, etc. Also summon demons. Not summoned, but demons of the pits. Of 9 Hells of Baldur uses gaze attacks as well. So, against some of their abilities it might help as well. Apart from what is written here. In other cases, I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't keep it all the time in your spell slots for a mage. Unless you know where exactly to use it. And I showed you in Baldur's Gate 1, Siege of Dragonspear, and a bit of here. I showed you how and when you need to use this spell. So,
ready and willing.
For example, we sent Abdel Adrian to face a basilisk, and we got only 1 spell, so we cast that on Abdel Adrian. Yeah, the rest of the party uses ranged weapons. Let's imagine basilisk is here. I showed you that. So Abdel Adrian has absolutely no fear to get purified. Attracts all the attack on himself. Let's imagine this is a basilisk. So Abdel Adrian fights, and the rest attacks it as a ranged attack, and see, it shines with purple. That means it's protected from purification. Yep, here. That's your protection on what is cast on the character window here. Yep. Infravision, absolutely useless. Protection of purification does nothing at this moment. Yep, poison, resist fear, still active from previous video. Yep, so.
I will do my best.
So,
Something
Imoen.
up?
Excuse me. Just a sec. So,
Time
what
to move.
else we got left? We got Friend spell. I showed you what it's for. Yep. So, Imoen got Cloak off and a Ring off, so of Charisma, which altogether gives her 20. We got Highest Reputation. I showed you many times how you need to make purchases. We make Imoen
Oh, come on.
as a leader.
I'm not cut out for the leadership stuff. Yep,
Yeah.
no problem at all.
And
I'm certain I'm
to
out of
have the
sight.
highest charisma, we
None will
cast
see me
Friend
now.
spell. So what Friend spell does? Read and pause. Increases your charisma temporarily by 6 points of charisma, but it can in second edition go above 25. No, guys, ignore what says here. I will tell you long story short, yeah? It's only for making purchases, or some quests depends on your charisma, and during my walkthroughs I mentioned which ones exactly. So having a leader of the party, doesn't matter who, in our case now it's Imoen, so if she will cast Friend spell, yep, she is the most gorgeous, like a goddess of beauty. Now with charisma of 25, yeah, should be 26, but second edition 25 is a limit. Wouldn't go higher than that, so that's temporary, and she got reaction. Reaction is your everything in terms of, what is reaction? Plus 18, the higher reaction plus you have, the better effect in terms of trading, buying stuff, especially buying, yeah, with higher reputation, plus 25 charisma, plus she's a leader, so she needs to make purchases, and the prices will be the cheapest possible in the game, with charisma as high as that, the highest as that in this situation, in this case. That's all this spell does in this game. Yep, that's all. So increases your charisma. So that's useful spell when you know when to use it. In battle, it's absolutely pointless. Enemies wouldn't become neutral or friendly when you will cast Friend spell. So I once again repeat, this spell is only needed to increase your charisma to a maximum level. If you play for a good party, your reputation is 20, right? 20 reputation. Heroic can't go higher than that. And then you plus 25 charisma. Your prices in the shop will be the cheapest possible in the game. And this is worth buying. All right? Awesome. So, let's move on, and we got last spell, which is blind. So CERN,
What
if
is
you
it
will
that
be
you
so
ask?
kind to cast this time second level animal summoning. We got 2 panthers. Yep. That will help us fight our enemies in battle. Ooh, look at these big kitties. So, but they wouldn't like to be blinded, and we got last spell. That spell is useful, not useless at all, but if you know when to use it. And I would strictly recommend to use this spell against enemy archers, especially the strong ones, powerful ones, because an archer cannot shoot if it's blind, right? Against the archer, it's extremely important to use. So this first level spell temporarily blinds its target. Obviously, archer cannot aim at you from the distance if the archer is blind. He will go melee, which will give you a massive bonuses to deal with, right? A saving throw is allowed, and if successful, there is no harmful effects. If a victim blinded, he receives a -4 penalty to attack rolls an armor class. But it doesn't say that archer cannot still use bow or crossbow or whatever missile weapon it uses against us. So blind spell against Panther, it will be pointless. Well, Panther will receive minus whatever minus it was mentioned above. And Panther is blinded. Wouldn't attack us because it's friendly, but it doesn't know what blinded the Panther because probably she looks that. Or unless it's a boy. Anyway, so that's all the spells for now. I will pause now, rest, and we'll move further with the spells I haven't showed you yet. Okay, I'm pausing now. Okay, so Panthers are unsummoned. We are rested, and let's move further to the second half of this video. Other level 1 arcane spells, because it's quite a lot of them, and it's a good thing we have 2 mages. So each mage, Imoen and Aery, got 5 slots. So
Name it.
this time we got different spells. Imoen got armor, chromatic orb, grease, Larok's Marine, drain, and the one and only magic missile. So these spells are much more useful of level 1 arcane spells compared to the previous spells I showed you. And Aery got some a bit different spells. Aery got also armor, charm, shield, sleep, and spook spells. Yeah, Aery got more spells than Imoen, because Aery is in priority of learning them. So the only thing I showed you many times, and I didn't put it in the spell slots, plenty, almost in every video you've seen how it works, is identify. Yeah, let's start from this, just read and pause. Yep. Exactly. You can't live without this spell unless you got high level Bard with maximum lore, because Bard got plus 10 lore per level, and honestly, if you have a Bard in the party, don't be bothered with that. Wasting your first arcane level spells for identify, but we have to because we can't identify everything like bards, high level bards can do. Okay, so let's move further with, oh sorry, that's second level. So Imoen, they both got armor. The rest I showed you. So we've seen what we've seen already. We've seen blindness, burning hands, colors, play, find familiar, friends, identify, of course, infravision, protection from petrification, and shocking grasp. The rest, I put it in the slots what I haven't showed you yet. Yep. I'm very careful now to make sure I wouldn't miss anything for you guys. That's here, that is here, sleep is here, charm person, there, okay, Larok's Imoen has, grease as well. Yep. Chromatic orb as well. The rest we've seen. Shield touch. Yeah, charm person is Aery. Blindness and burning hands we've seen, and armor. Okay. If you don't have any other options before exploring dungeon or before any difficult battle, quite difficult, if you don't have higher protection spells for your mages, of course, what first thing you have to do is to make sure mages slightly more protected. So what armor does? Let's read it. That's a conjuration spell. School of Magic, yeah. Have a look here if you want. By means of this spell, the wizard creates a magical field of force that serves as if it were scale mail armor class 6. It is cumulative with dexterity bonuses to armor class, and in the case of fighter mages with the shield bonus. The armor spell does not hinder movement, adds no weight or encumbrance, and doesn't prevent spell casting. It lasts until successfully dispelled or until its duration expires. Yep.
Something up?
So they have armor class. Imoen 0, Aeri -2. Let's
Time to
see
move?
what armor will do to
What can I do?
Aeri and Imoen. Yeah. No, that's Armor of Faith. I showed you that before. Oh. Aeri casts faster than
Every move in a place.
Imoen. The reason for that is
All magic is it's like flies.
the reason for that is Robe of Vecna. Yeah, I showed you that's an artifact that we purchased in Atkatla from the merchants that are only available in Enhanced Edition game. Improves casting speed by 4. That's why she casts faster. And now let's look at their armor classes. Still 0. No bonuses because of the items she wears. And no bonuses here either, so it was a waste. But don't worry, guys. When you are... Oh, actually. Aeri doesn't have any braces, so let's use it on her. To increase her speed, yeah. So, when you are a low-level mage, trust me, you will see the difference. I showed you in Baldur's Gate 1 complete walkthrough. Okay, let's move forward.
What do you want?
Let's start from Imoen. Imoen got use spells I remove right away, so not to be confused. Okay, so Grease spell. Let's summon some more practice dummies. Sorry, monsters. But they're summoned anyway, they're not real. Ooh, 3! Who we have? We have a black bear and 2 panthers. Let's quick save that. Okay, so
Name it.
let's cast Grease on them. I showed you how Grease works before, but let's read about this spell first. So now useless spells are over. Now it's just useful spells and very useful spells. In the second part of this video, yeah? Conjuration spell, that is. Look at that if you want. Duration, yeah? Grease spells cover a material surface with a slippery layer of a fatty, greasy nature. Any creature entering the area or caught in it when the spell is cast might save versus spell +2 or slip and slide, unable to move effectively. Those who successfully save can move, albeit slowly, for the rest of the round, but will need to save versus spell again to following round. Those who remain in the area are allowed to saving throw round until they escape the area. Very good spell. Let's see. Oh, we are in this spell now. See? Moves very slowly, Panther. See, this is your enemies will move that way, so the bear is very slow as well. They're very slow. But in combination with... Sorry, it's a noisy spell, I know that. In combination with Web and Stinking Cloud, but these two I mentioned are second level. In combination with that. Ooh, I showed you many times. If you watched all my walkthroughs, you know what I'm talking about. That's what this spell does. They wouldn't attack us because they're friendly. They're just confused. Oh, why? Very slow, yeah? Because of these greens. Let's wait till it expires. Very good spell, but once again, it's better to use it in the cocktail with Web and Stinking Cloud against the enemies. first you scout the area, see where the strong enemies are, or pretty strong, and you use the cocktail, I call it spell cocktail, against your enemy. See, it's expired, but they are still under the effect. That's why they are slowed. But when this grease expires under their feet, they will return to normal speed. All right. Yeah, let's wait. Or let's not waste time and in the meantime see what else
Ready and
Imoen
willing.
got in her. Okay, remove the use spell. And now it's the primary attacking spell. So let's go to Larok's Minor Drain. I wouldn't put this spell purposely in the spell slots if you ask me, but it's pretty handy, especially if you're a Necromancer, Mage Specialist. Yeah, look at that if you want. Non-saving throws though, always works. Drains life force from a target and adds to the to his own. Yeah, it's great, especially if you are injured. Suffers 4 damage while the mage gains 4 hit points. If the mage goes over his maximum hit points total with this spell, he loses an extra hit points after 1 turn. Yep. Let's use it on the bear.
Something up?
Larok's Minor Drain. Yep. So, takes 4 magic damage from Imoen, but Imoen got now 77 points. From her original 73, I think. Yep, but it's only temporary. So that's what this spell does. Even if you got maximum amount of your normal hit points per level, white means you are absolutely healthy. So you gained 4 more, but temporary. I don't normally use this spell. You can if you want. Okay. The next one is Chromatic Orb. Oh, that's an interesting attacking spell, that one. And it's Evocation School of Magic. Evocation spell, same as Magic Missile Evocation. That is attacking magic. Evocation School of Magic is attacking magic. And some of Conjuration Magic as well. Okay, so. Saving Throw Special. I will read this one for you. This spell causes my 2-foot diameter sphere to appear in the caster's hand. When thrown, the sphere heads unerringly to its target. The effect the orb has upon the target varies with the level of the caster. Each orb will do damage to the target against which there is no save, and an effect against which the target must save versus spell plus 6 bonus. So, on the first level, caster level, 1d4 damage and blinds the target for 1 round. Second level caster, 1d4 damage and inflicts pain -1 penalty to strength and dexterity, armor class, and THAC0 upon the victim. On the third caster level, it does 1d6 damage and burns the victim for an additional 1d8 damage. On the fourth caster level, 1d6 damage and blinds the target for 1 turn. Did we have that on? Oh, it means all that, but on 4th level plus this. I don't get that, but okay. 5th level, 1d8 now damage and stuns the target for 3 rounds. On 6th caster level, 1d8 damage and causes weakness -4 penalty to THAC0 in the victim. 7th level caster 1d10 damage and paralyzes the victim for 2 turns, which is great. 10th level. So 7th, 8th, and 9th is the same as that 7th, yeah? 10th level caster 1d12 acid damage and turns the victim to stone. How do you like that? On the 10th level. On the 12th level, 2d8 acid damage and instantly kills the victim. Not bad, huh? No, the victim saves versus spell with +6 bonus against all the effects and gets no save against the damage. That's what Chromatic Orb does. Pretty cool. Let's see what we will do to the Panther. What it will do to the
Time
Panther.
to move?
Okay. Imoen is 17th level, so it will be 12th level. After 12th level, it all goes the same. This is how Sphere looks. Chromatic Orb. And instantly kills the Panther. Yep. Not bad, huh? So, great spell if you are a high-level mage. I would recommend you to use that spell, definitely. And the one and only Magic Missile. My favorite first-level spell for all times. Oh, sorry. One sec. This spell works in all occasions for the game. To interrupt enemies' mage's spell unless they are protected. Yeah, but I wouldn't use this spell for on the Panther or a bear. I will show you other purpose combined with the shield spell. Okay? So let's read about this spell. First, you've seen how I use it plenty of times, guys. Actually, one sec. Before I will do anything,
You need something?
let me check something. No, inventory. Do we have Magic Missile as a scroll? So I will show you it twice then. Do we have at least one scroll of Magic Missile? I can't remember that. Looks like we do not. Ah, we got Chromatic Orb. No, we don't. Okay. You've seen how I used it plenty of times. Those of you who watched my walkthroughs of all Baldur's Gate games. That's... No, we still got Imoen. Okay. You've seen how I use it, but let's read about this spell. One of the most popular first level spells, of course, I confirmed that before. Creeps up to 5 missiles on magical energy that dart forth from the wizard's fingertip and originally unerringly strike their target, which must be a creature of some sort. Each missile inflicts 1d4 plus 1 points of damage. Pure magic damage for every 2 extra levels of experience. The wizard gains an additional missile. He has 2 at 3rd level, 3 at 5th, 4 at 7th, up to total of 5 at 9th. So after 9th it will be always 5 magic missiles. But I showed you many times that, guys. Many times I showed you how I use this spell, yeah? It's great for interrupting other enemy mages' spells, but in this case I will show you. I will show you. So Aeri will cast the shield spell. So let me show you this protection spell. Shield, also evocation. Yep. 1 hour. It lasts for 1 hour. When this spell is cast, an invisible barrier comes on being in front of the wizard. It sets the wizard's armor class to 4 against all melee weapons and 2 against missile weapons. It also grants the wizard immunity from the magic missile. The effect lasts for the duration of the spell or until the spell, which is 1 hour. Or if dispel magic will be cast. Anyway, let me show you something. You've seen plenty of times how I use a magic missile against the enemies since Baldur's Gate 1 up to this game. So, but now,
Yep.
Imoen got magic missile, I already got the shield.
If you're sure. You can count on me.
So,
What can I do?
already cast the shield. -2, yeah. Cast the shield spell. Yeah, what she has now -3 armor class. And complete immunity from magic missiles. So, for example, if Imoen would be an enemy's mage that wants to use magic missile against Aeri, look what will happen. And Aeri doesn't receive any damage at all because she's protected by the shield spell. Also, we have a shield amulet. Who got it? Right, we got it here somewhere. Yes. Shield amulet. There we go. We got 40 charges. It's the same shield spell. Absolutely the same. Wizard spell shield, yeah? For the duration of the spell, same description as you've seen for the shield spell. Immune to magic missile or the duration. Yep. Shield spell. 40 shield spells in this amulet. So that's why I don't bother to waste magic spell slots of level 1. Yeah, so we put it back here, and we got it right here. Of 40 charges. So you've seen what shield does against the magic missile.
Ready and
so
willing.
Imoen, you are okay. Let's put identifies back, and
This way then? This is a lot more exciting than any
and we
circus.
still got 3 spells that I didn't show you. Plenty of times you've seen, especially in Baldur's Gate 1 game, how I showed you this sleep spell. But let's try spook first. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. That's what spook does. It's the weakest scare spell of duration 3 rounds. Read and pause, yeah? So it's basically single creature to scare a single creature. Weaker version of fear spell, technically. Yep. Yeah, of course against undead it's stupid to cast or against golems. Or any other constructs. Okay, let's see if it will work against the our summoned creatures. Spook, yeah? Against the panther, for example. Yep. And it runs in fear. Single creature. Pretty useful spell. Poor panther, scared, runs away from the caster. Yep. Imagine if it would be a hostile panther, that's what it would be like. And short duration, obviously. That was the spook spell. Okay, now 2 spells left. To show charm person. It wouldn't work against the animals, but let's just read it, yeah? It basically turns the hostile temporary to a friend unless attacked. Attacked will turn it back to hostile. That's all it does, but if you want, read it and pause. It's the weakest charm spell because it's level 1, yeah? Person means, well, read and pause. It works against dwarves, elves. Elves are protected from charms, so they will be the last ones who it will work against. Yeah, if you hear a background noise, it's the fan. It's the heater in my room, in my office, so don't worry about that. Yeah, it shows you who it works against. A 10th level fighter could be charmed, but an ogre could not. Yep. Yep. You've seen how it works, but just showing you. Oh, that's important. Yeah, it works as dispel magic, so don't attack the charmed creature. So, for example, if a group of enemies are attacking you, make sure the party attacks someone who will not be charmed. So, and the mage aims on one who will be charmed. Then, an enemy group will be a hostile, let's say, bandit, and will attack his group. So temporary will be like charmed, obviously. Okay. Yeah, charmed creatures cannot leave the area, so I will just delete it. It wouldn't work against our summoned animals. And the last spell of the first level arcane spells I want to show you is Sleep. Why I do this explainer videos so late? Because I want to make sure I got all the spells of level 1, in our case, of level 1 arcane School of Magic. Yeah, so altogether that's... No, I don't need that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. Yeah, 21 spells altogether in the game of level 1 arcane School of Magic. Yeah? Not school, sorry. Arcane level. Level 1. Okay, Sleep. Against enemies it will work, but I'm not sure if it will work against the summoned creatures. I doubt, because they are friendly, so it wouldn't work. Let's try. No, it wouldn't. It works only against hostiles and not too strong ones. But I showed you many times how it works, especially in Baldur's Gate 1 game. It's very useful against weak, like goblins, against wolves, same animals, not too strong ones. But let's read about this spell first. Let's read about it. It's an aerial effect as well. Read and pause if you want. Undead, yeah. And constructs and not living creatures will be affected by Sleep spell. Yep. Saving throw versus death with a -3 penalty or fall asleep. You've seen it plenty of times. Those who watch my walkthroughs, definitely you've seen it. But because this video... So you have seen what sleep spells do, and that is all, guys. And that's all the spells of first arcane level spells. In the next videos we'll move to level 2. But that's it for this video. I hope it was interesting. Please don't be shy if you want to ask something. If something doesn't make sense, I'm always here for you to answer your questions. Like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. That was Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Amn Enhanced Edition explainer videos about magic. Previous video was about divine magic. That was about arcane magic, both level 1. Next we'll move to level 2. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.